Alright, now it's come to my attention that with many reviews of IEMs and headphone stuff, come questions of what's a good starting amp or DAC. And the answer is a DAC amp combo. So an all-in-one unit. Part DAC, part amp. And, you know, of course, many of you guys I've noticed have asked which one I should get or you should get. So, this is a pretty good one to start out with. It does basically just about everything very well. So let's talk about it. Now, the DAC amp combo we'll be talking about today is the Topping MX3. Alright, disclaimer, this was sent out to me by Apos Audio, but this won't affect my review in any way, shape, or form. Everything you're going to hear here is going to be my own personal opinion. Also, this is going to be more of a gaming perspective review versus an audiophile review. So, you know, while I'll be touching on audiophile aspects of it, it's just, you know, to tell you how well it'll, like, help you in terms of its performance for, like, when you're using it in games. So, that further, let's get started. Now, inside this box, we're going to get the DAC amp combo itself, a power cable to keep this thing juiced up. Now, this is the part where I throw in the USB cable. If I had one! This thing also came with a USB cable, but I don't have that USB cable on me because this is a review unit. It's gone through several people's hands, and whoever was the last person to review this, they seem to have forgotten to put the USB cable back in the box before they sent it back, and it got sent to me. So, yeah, thanks last reviewer person. On the bright side, I do have a cable that will work with this thing, so we can keep this review going. So cables aside, we get a remote control as well as an antenna because this thing can use Bluetooth. Finally, some paperwork as well as a sticker, which lets us know that we can connect to Bluetooth with NFC if you're into that. They didn't really need to add that, but it does make this very convenient. Now, starting with the construction of the MX3, it's made mostly out of metal, so it feels nice and solid and has little rubber feet on the bottom to grip onto your table. In the front, we have our screen, which when lit up tells us all our settings from our volume to our various inputs, which are all adjustable by using the knob, which also doubles as a button, as you can see here. The knob is stepped, so you can feel the adjustments as you're making them, and it honestly also has a pretty satisfying sound to it. You hear that clicky knob? Or that, you know, tactile knob? Got them steps. I just wanted you guys to hear it. In a way, moving to the back, we have a whole variety of inputs and outputs, making it a great one-stop shop audio center for your setup, letting you control and switch between your speakers to your headphones really easily. And to make things even better, the volume settings for your speakers as well as your headphones are saved separately from each other, allowing you to have consistently set volume levels for both your headphones and your speakers so that you never have to like readjust them after plugging in your headphones or unplugging your headphones. And if you're anything like me, it'll keep you from blowing out your ears because your speaker setting won't be the same as your headphone setting. I'm pretty sure many of us have been there, but you know, if you know, you know. Alright, let's get straight to the point. Why do I think most of you guys should just get the Topping MX3 as your main DAC amp combo? Well, the reason is it basically does everything you need. You get multiple audio inputs for speakers and stuff like that. You can plug it through USB to your PC to make things easy as a great desktop option. You have an input for headphones, a regular 3.5mm jack, which is what most people are going to be using. Only like people with more hi-fi and audiophile stuff would be using those 1/4-inch jacks. Most of us, when we buy like a DAC amp type of thing, we have to buy an adapter for that because most of us are using 3.5mm jacks. This just comes with that one 3.5mm jack. It's designed for most people. And since it's designed for most people, it's designed to do everything almost, except for microphone inputs. Most of you guys out there are probably going to be using USB microphones or just separate microphones anyway, so here's your audio input stuff and audio output stuff, because you can plug in your speakers to this guy, you can plug in your headphones to this guy, you can connect Bluetooth for inputs if you want to play from like your phone and stuff like that, for when you want to play like music from your phone to your speakers or something like that, or to your headphones for whatever reason. Point is, you got tons of versatility with this guy. Almost forgot, adding to the functionality, you also get a remote control in case you don't want to like control it from the amp and you want to use it from remote control for, I guess, speakers and stuff like that. So, you know, that's cool. Now, functionality aside, let's talk more about sound, because that's the main thing we do on this channel. What makes this good for gaming for most people? Because most of you guys watching my channel are probably using your headphones and earbuds for gaming, and you want a DAC amp for gaming, and what makes it good? Well, let me tell you a little bit about that now, okay? Sound-wise, what the MX3 does is it overall makes everything sound better. Like, I'm not joking. It takes everything and makes it better. Long story short, ain't much to it. Takes those lows, makes them better. Takes those mids, makes them better. Takes those highs, makes them better. And what does that mean? Makes it cleaner. It makes it more detailed. It makes it more forward, it seems. And also makes the bass punchier. And there are effects to this, as you know, cleaner sound means also better sound separation in some cases, and you know, that's sound and stuff like that. Does it affect imaging? Yes, it does. It makes things better, makes it easier. Does this thing affect soundstage? Not much. At least I didn't notice anything from soundstage. Didn't get much bigger, didn't get much rounder. It felt the same. But I felt it was used better. So like in a lot of the shooter games I play, competitive ones in particular, and even non-competitive games, I noticed a lot of the sounds with the increased detail and a bit more forward presence. A lot of the sounds that I'm typically hunting for were more present. I was able to like find them a little bit easier. It's like they were kind of louder, if that makes sense. They were brought to my attention much quicker. And this could be due to like the amp just giving me more cleaner, detailed sound overall, and also just, you know, boosting the volume a bit and while keeping it clean without any distortion. Something I also noticed in game was there was better sound separation, and this may have to do something with the sound being cleaner and just overall more detailed, so the sounds are happening a little bit more where they should be, if that makes sense. That being said, I think a lot of competitive gamers, particularly competitive shooter gamers, would really enjoy the MX3 because it just does such a good job presenting these details a lot better. And this was extremely noticeable for me when I was playing games like Halo Infinite. And Halo Infinite, from an audio perspective, for like the sounds of like footsteps for tracking, it's terrible. They do such a bad job at presenting those sounds that you get caught off guard all the damn time in that game. When I play Halo Infinite, I can't use headphones most of the time because it's really hard to track footsteps because they're so quiet. I have to use IEMs if I want to find those sounds. But when I'm using the MX3, the footsteps were definitely more present, more detailed, and it was easier to track people when I'm using headphones. And if I'm using IEMs, they were even more present, so I was basically given a much greater advantage than I already had if I was using IEM. So overall, for competitive games, this thing's pretty damn good just because of what it does. Now, I'm not saying that the MX3 is only good for like competitive games, it's also really good for non-competitive games. Cleaner sounds, extra detail, always a good thing in any game. It just makes the game sound better, more real, brings that environment to you. So honestly, this is all most people are gonna need. You're gonna really enjoy it if you get it, unless you have like a much better setup, in which case why would you be looking at this? But for most of us, this is it. So you know, that's it. If you do want to buy this guy, we'll leave a link in the description in case, you know, you want to pick that guy up. If this video did help you out, do leave me a like. Helps me in this whole YouTube space. Subscribe for more content. Hit the notification bell if you want to know when I'm posting next. Also, I stream every now and then. Link down there as well in case you want to see what I'm streaming. Is there a schedule? No. Do I stream every now and then? Yes, but you know, you'll find out. Just, you know, take a look. It's gonna be down right there. So yeah, that's basically it. So guess I'll see you guys next time.